Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Next Goal Wins. Today we're previewing the Swansea game. It's happening on Saturday. So first off, let's start by talking about the away side, us, Leicester City. Let's talk about what we can expect going into this game. Now obviously we know we're on this incredible run, still joint top of the table after last weekend's point at home to United. Amazing atmosphere when Vardy broke the record scoring. I mean, it was a real perfect night, not much went wrong, and the point at the end of the day is a really solid point against Man United team who I'm sure will be up there or around there come the end of the season. So there's nothing that can be complained about the point. Vardy's goal obviously was critical because no matter what happens now, some people have said, will he wane off? Will he kind of slump a little bit now? But if he does, he's still got that record. So it's something no one can ever take away from him. And that's the most important thing to him. Playing against Swansea though, I expect us to go pretty much with the same team that played against Man United. I mean, Okazaki maybe might be swapped for Ujo, who we've seen kind of utilised a lot more in away games than he has in home games. So we might see that one, for example. But apart from that, I expect Mahrez, Albrighton, all your usual suspects to be playing. Now, I mean, Conte and Drinkwater now, staples in midfield. They won't be swapped. The defence isn't going to be swapped after only conceding one against United and obviously the clean sheet before that against Newcastle. So all's pretty rosy in terms of what the team's going to be. Conte is going to be critical again for us. Now, I'll quickly touch on this later when I talk about key areas of the game. But Conte, I think, is going to be absolutely massive in this game because Swansea rely on their central midfield kind of so much of Shelvey and Sigurdsson, arguably one of the best partnerships in the league now. Maybe they haven't recreated that this year. Obviously, Swansea lie down in 15th, only getting 14 points so far. But N'Golo Kanté is going to be massive for breaking up play and stopping kind of distribution from Sigurdsson and Shelvey forward towards Ayew, who's their top goal scorer this season. You can see at the top of the screen with 6 goals. So they're kind of the channels we need to stop. With our team though, as I've said, I don't think there's going to be many changes. But for me personally, one thing I would do is, as I said, I would swap Okazaki out. I'm not sure if maybe I'd put Mahrez up there and play Vardy up top on his own and bring Schlupp in on one side and Albrighton in the other, or Dyer for example, or bring Ujo in, or Kramaric maybe even onto the bench. I mean, I'm not really sure what I'd do, but it's definitely something I'd change just because Okazaki hasn't really made massive impacts on games when he's been playing or when he's come on. So I know he scored against Newcastle a few weeks ago, but hasn't really justified a starting position for me still, and especially after the showing against Man United. I think Ujo is a better option for us away from home with kind of Ashley Williams and Fernandes, two big centre-halves. Ujo is going to cause them more problems than maybe Okazaki would running and hounding them, because Williams is pretty good on the ball and Fernandes isn't too bad. So that's one area I think we're going to have to stop. The next big talking point about this game, let's talk about the opposition. Let's talk about Swansea City. What are they doing this season? What are they all about? Now, Gary Monk last season was phenomenal. Swansea had a brilliant season under him last season. His first year in management, obviously Swansea's where he played his playing career. Went into management there and had unbelievable success last season. Got him to kind of a position that we thrived to be in at the start of this season, that top half, comfortable top half team. But not been as easy this year, had a lot of struggles. Started off alright, but since then really been sliding. In the last 4 games they've only managed to score once and lost 3 and drawn that one against Bournemouth. So it's kind of crucial for them this game. It's a home game. Monk's almost playing for his job at this point, with a lot of talk about, you know, if they lose again they could slip below kind of Newcastle and Sunderland if they keep winning, especially Sunderland. If Sunderland win, they could jump ahead of Swansea and Swansea will be right down in a real relegation battle. I mean, one thing that's really put them there is their lack of goals this season. Obviously Ayew's got 6 of them, but away from that there aren't really many. Only scored 14 goals in the league in total this season, Swansea, and conceding 19. I mean, for the past few seasons they've had obviously Wilfried Bony and Bafétimbi Gomez at the back end of last season, who were scoring all their goals from. Before that they had Michu, who scored a lot of goals from. So they've always had kind of a focal goal scorer, and despite Ayew doing pretty well this season, he's not recreated the form of Gomi at the back end of last season with his Panther celebration, or even with a bit of a start of this season. They haven't recreated what Michu brought to him, those goals. So only scoring 14 goals to him is a key problem, and with that leads to not many shots a game. They've only had 8.7 shots a game in comparison to Leicester's 13.4 shots a game. I mean, you can see that you need to be having shots if you're going to score. Now, Swansea have conceded pretty much all their goals inside the box or just outside, straight in front. They don't concede many from out wide. I mean, not a lot of teams do, but not a lot of them are really from crosses. They concede goals from not closing people down, people on the edge of the box having shots. I mean, 42% of their goals have come from outside the box directly in front. So that's an area we can really work on. Obviously, Drinkwater and Conte aren't famed for their long-distance shooting, but we could have some shots against this Swansea team. I think it's important to test them and give them kind of a go and show that we can shoot from outside the box because of this stat that shows that they concede goals from outside the box kind of regularly. 42% is quite a high number for goals conceded outside the box. The rest of the goals have all been inside the box. Like I said, Vardy, all of his goals in this run have been inside the box, so he's obviously going to be massive for us again. His poaching techniques in behind that back line. One key point for me on Swansea I think we can exploit is Neil Taylor at left back. Neil Taylor's a good left back, don't get me wrong, but obviously they lost Ben Davies to Tottenham last season. Neil Davies has come in and done well, but Mahrez I think's got enough trickery to get past him and exploiting it. I know I said that last week as well against Blint and it didn't really pay off, but he did still create a little bit, cutting inside and jinking inside, winning fouls, and I expect him to do even more of the same now. I mean, Carragher and Neville touched on a good point a few weeks ago on Monday Night Football that teams still weren't giving us respect that we kind of deserve, and I think Swansea will give us respect in this game. I don't think we're going to just back off Vardy or back off Mahrez. I think we're going to man-mark them tight and try and force us to do something kind of special or important to get past them. And almost that's what you want. You want us to see us play good football and get in behind. I mean, this season we've had one of the lowest percents of possession, lowest pass accuracies, but still we're joint top of the league. So the counter-attack's going to be massive for us. They haven't really got too many people who can stop that. And with those two central midfielders that I spoke about, Shelvey and Sigurdsson, they haven't really got a massive defensive player in that. I know Shelvey acts as the defensive role, but he's not like a Conte, that complete out-and-out ball winner who can set up attacks. So I think kind of in that space in behind, Drinkwater can float in there, and that's almost why I play Mahrez there, to cause that problem of the man floating in between the defence and the midfield who can pick the ball up and pick a pass at the end of it. Swansea have conceded the most of their goals in 60th and 70th minute of games. 40% of their goals have come in that period, and ironically that's the most time we've scored goals. So about in the 90th minute, so you know that's going to be a key area of the game, that 60th to 80th minute kind of period in the game. Hopefully we can capitalise then, hopefully we can do something, hopefully we can get the win against this Swansea side who have conceded 1.5 goals a game pretty much this season, and we've obviously the top goal scorers in the league, so hopefully we can score at least one against them and keep that clean sheet. But we've looked pretty good defensively the last few games with Christian Fuchs coming in. Swansea, I talked about their midfield, and I think that is going to be their kind of key area in this game. They've got two very good central midfielders, and they've got Andre Ayew, who is, I've put as a bit of a key battle against Morgan. I could have put many key battles, but I didn't want to keep putting Vardy. Obviously, every game I end up putting in, but I put Ayew against Morgan purely because Ayew's got that little pace and trickery to get in behind, and maybe Wes might struggle with that. I don't think he will. I don't think Hoof will, but that's the key battle I've gone for. Ayew's obviously their top goal scorer, a big threat for them, and one we really need to limit. Hasn't been scoring recently in many games. He scored against Bournemouth, and then he scored against Villa, obviously famously after his brother just scored, I think it was, for Villa. So he scored, I mean, their most recent goals, he's scored in both the games they've scored in, but they haven't scored many goals in general. So this clean sheet could be a real opportunity for us this game to get a clean sheet under our belt, stop Ayew from scoring. 6 goals isn't a massive amount. Without him, they really haven't scored many goals from other areas. Their next top goal scorer being 1 and 2 goals. I think Sigurdsson's got 2, and he's their second top goal scorer. And failing scoring 3 of the last 4 matches isn't a good sign coming into this one. Quickly, let's do my little away days section then. Away days, I've left a link down below for like TripAdvisor and all your kind of pubs and stuff in the local area if you're going to Swansea. I know a few people who are going down to the game. Make sure you stay safe. Hopefully it'll be a really good outing. The Liberty Stadium's a pretty good stadium with all the facilities and stuff. I've left like a map of the stadium down below with parking and stuff for anyone who's going, just in case, and of the weather and what the weather's meant to be like. Should be alright on Saturday apparently, not meant to be too bad, but normal November cold conditions. Finally though, we need to do our prediction on the game, and it's going to reveal itself. Drum roll please. Now I'm going for a 2-1 City win. That's my confidence going through. I obviously nailed last week's prediction of 1-0, bang on against Man United, and to be honest this season I've been pretty good on predictions. I mean, obviously I've backed City quite a lot, but with that draw and everything, I'm doing pretty well on my predictions this season, surprisingly, because I never win bets or anything if I do them, and I mean I'd never bet on my own team anyway, because I think that's just sod's law, it would eventually go against me. But my prediction's going to be 2-1. I don't know where the goals are going to come from. Let's hope one of them comes from Vardy. He hopes this run keeps his run going, but I mean, it's not important now. He's got the record. Let's just win the game. Whoever gets the goals, whether it's 2 from Schmeichel, that'll do me. Anyway, please like the video. Please leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think is going to happen in the game. And if you're going to the Swansea game, let me know what you think about it, what your thoughts are going into the game. And please subscribe, as always. I'll see you in the next one. Come on, you foxes.